Okay, I want to focus in on what a lot of students do when they're reading a problem. They look at it, they read it, they look at the answer, and then they try to work their way backwards. I don't think that's a good idea. So looking at the answer is probably not in your interest. What I would say what's in your interest is reading the problem and seeing if you can understand what they're talking about. Certainly reading the problem, I hope you realize that this is a distance equals rate times time problem. So let me kind of read through it. I know what they're looking for. They're looking for the rate at which the man is walking. That's what they want me to find out. All right? So I need to focus in on that. Let me erase this now. I need to focus in on that. So I know this has something to do with distance, rate, time. So the first thing I do is carefully read this through, and I know I'm looking for the rate of the man walking. So the man walks 13 and a half miles. I'll write that down for you. That's the distance, 13 and a half miles. Okay? Rate, I don't know his rate. I do want to know his rate times the time. I don't know the time either, by the way. And then the question becomes is, can you get a relationship there? And you can. I'll tell you, some of the relationship you get is just simply solve for T or R. I'm going to solve for the T, though, all right? And what do you get over here? Well, this is 27 halves equals RT. And then I'm going to do 27 over 2R is equal to T. That's how much time it takes the man to walk there, all right? Now, that's an important fact, by the way. So what I want to do is I want to just simply point this out in the key for you. And we just wrote the same thing down, this over here. So let me get my eraser out. I'm erasing this business over here. I'm trying to understand what I've read. All right, so I'm going to read it again to you. The man can go 13 and a half miles in a certain amount of time at a certain rate. I got this relationship down. It's 27 over 2R equals T. You could also say 27 over 2T is equal to R. Really the same thing. Now someone says, what are you going to do now? I'm going to continue to read. So what does it say? And returns in an hour less time by carriage. So now we're going to talk about the carriage. And how much time does the carriage take? The carriage takes T minus 1 hour to do the same trip. So then the question comes is, its distance equals rate times time. Now, what's the rate of the carriage, though? The rate is 1.5 times as great as the guy walking. So it's going to be 1 and 1/2 times R. So distance, and what's the distance? 13 and a half. This is the relationship for the carriage. Now, by the way, when I do this over here, I don't like those mixed numbers, so I got to figure this out. So let's see, 27 halves equals 3 halves of an R, T minus 1. Well, boy, I gotta figure this out. I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 and divide by 3. And you would get 9, right? I'm multiplying by 2 and dividing by 3. R, T minus 1. Well, that wasn't bad, all right? So then the question is, what am I going to do? I guess I'll do the same thing. I'll say 9 over R is the same thing as T minus 1. Right, so I'm going to show you where this is in the notes. It's right over here. And we're just walking you through it. And now comes the question. I get rid of this stuff over here. I kind of understand where things are coming from. What's their question? What's R? But I got 2 letters. I want to get rid of one of them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 equations here, and I'm going to try to use one of them to eliminate the T. So I'm going to put down 9 over R is equal to T. What's T? 27 over 2R minus 1. So I took this first equation and popped it in over here. And that's what I got. Multiply both sides by 2R. What are you going to get? 18 equals 27 minus 2R. I'm going to take 27 from both sides. You're going to get minus 9 equals minus 2R. And now I'm going to divide by minus 2, and you're going to get R equals 9 halves. Now, again, this is a rate, and what's it going to be? Well, 9 halves miles per hour, or 4 and 1/2 miles per hour. And if anything knows about walking, this guy is more likely really kind of, doing a pretty hefty pace there at 4.5 miles per hour. He's walking very quickly, by the way, all right? Some people might describe it as an awkward run. He's going pretty quick, by the way. But anyway, it goes on to state that that's what the answer is, all right? Are these difficult problems to do? Yeah, they're difficult. What are you trying to do, though? Read, understand what you've read, and then move forward in the problem if you can. Thank you.